Hello, Leo. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Dunn. I do think I had a teacher that said it that way. Every time I look at it, I want to say Dune, but I think it's supposed to be Dunn. Either way, as long as you can see the spelling, you can find the deck. Supportive Oracle cards, Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Okay. Leo. Oh, we got. Is that going to pop up the bottom? Yep. That's weird. All right. Is there a lot of secrets going on here? What's the deal? Got a lot of face down cards, which I know it's just, to me it's very odd. There's a lot of them. Which in this situation really makes me feel like there's a lot of secrets. Is there secrets? Like secret. Alright, we'll see. Going into the situation, you're feeling trapped. And I feel like right off the bat, because you don't want to feel trapped, you're just like, you know what, here's what's the deal. Here's the deal. Here's the tea. Okay, we can do that. Here's the tea. That's fine. Here's the truth. Here's what's really happening. You're feeling trapped and you're like, I can't do this. I can't stand it anymore. I don't want to feel trapped. I don't like it. It's not working for me. So here's how it is. But you literally feel pushed into a corner and you're just kind of like, you're frustrated with it. And you're just like, I'm not doing this anymore. For some of you, it may be secret connected right in the beginning, kind of like somebody's telling you things, and you're like, that's not good, that's very bad, that's very toxic. And you're just like, you can't stand it anymore, and you're just like, here's the beans. Y'all can have all these beans, because this is bad. And I can't hold on to this, because you're feeling like, if I hold on to this information, things get worse, and I could have said something, and I'm going to look back like I should have said something. So, here you go. I've seen people do that before, where they're like, it gets very stressful, and they know some secrets, and they're just like, these secrets are toxic. If people know these things, things can get better. So if people hate me, then people hate me, and they spill the beans. You're feeling really boxed in, like there's nothing you can do. You have to tell the truth. You're just like, I can't do this anymore. And at first, there's a really good response. The Ace of Cups shows up. All right, so that's good. So you spill the beans. I'm feeling right off the bat, I just feel like you're fed up and you're just like, this is wrong. This is toxic. This is wrong. Spill the beans. That's what I'm feeling. I'm trying to equate that to like the sign Leo, but I'm not getting anything else beyond that. Just spilling the beans. Okay, that goes well. That also kind of makes you look at things going forward, kind of like the fact that people understand, nobody seems to be giving you a hard time about it. You're also looking at this in a different light. Like maybe this is good in another way. Maybe people will stop telling me their secrets, so I don't have to worry about this crap. It's almost kind of like, you know what? I don't need the drama. If you're that toxic, how about you keep that to yourself, to other people? You know, like if you're that bad, if you're that much of a monster, just take it somewhere else. And I feel like you're hoping maybe that'll have the change here. Maybe if certain people are upset with you for telling the truth, and they don't want anything more to do with you, maybe you're like, hey, okay, cool, I'm okay with it because I don't like what you do anyway. There's a let go here. You've got let go. Is this right side up? Yeah, it is. Somebody might be exiting. I don't know if it's permanent. I don't really know if I'm feeling a permanent feel here, but somebody might be distancing themselves from you for this moment, because of what you just did. But I'm getting the Queen of Cups on your side, kind of like you may have spilled the beans, but you didn't spill the beans on everything. You may have spilled a jar of beans, but you got a truckload back here, is what I'm feeling. You're like, well, that's not the only secret I know. That was just the toxic part that I had to get rid of because I couldn't take it anymore. It was just making me feel like this is really bad. And I feel like you might have more secrets. And you're not. That's also a thing. You're not giving the whole truckload. You're just like, here's one jar. Meanwhile, you got a whole truckload back here. Is what I'm getting. I really feel like you have a whole truckload, and you're just like, well, I didn't tell you. Yeah, I didn't tell everything I could have. Somebody's really wondering though if you're gonna start telling their secrets too, because you know a lot of things. That one whatever you did say, whatever you felt you had to, literally it was toxic. You're like, I have to, and you felt really boxed in. Somebody else is wondering if you're gonna blow them in too. And I feel like they're talking to other. There might be like gossip. I don't know if I want to say gossip, but somebody else is like confiding in another person to find out what they think about the situation because they're nervous that you're going to say something about them next. And they're trying to protect themselves. They're nervous. They're really nervous about this because they're like, oh, the Leo said that, and I told the Leo this. I wonder if the Leo is going to tell my business too. Really? I don't think you have any intention of that. I don't think people understand how toxic that situation was, and that's why you said something. I don't feel like you're out here looking to expose the world. I don't think that's what's happening here. But what I do think is happening is that people are starting to question, like, uh-oh, I told the Leo stuff, and they're spilling people's beans. When's my jar coming up? I don't think you have any intention for that. I really don't. I don't think you have any intention for that. They don't seem to understand that, though. You did what you had to do. You felt like you had to. There's a reason you did what you did. It's just not like you're just kind of like, let's tell everybody's secret moment. It's not like that. It was toxic. I'm getting it was toxic. It's like it's aggravating me now. It's kind of like if they look a little closer, they'll figure it out. It's kind of like a fear-based moment. I don't know. You're not telling everybody's secret. I'm also getting the Three of Wands come in with the Harvest. Like, people seem to be a little distant for a little while from you. Ironically, the fact that Harvest isn't here with this, I feel like you're okay with it. Because there's some people that are a little stressful. And you're just kind of like, you know, instead of dealing with that stressful mess, I'd rather go do this. I'd rather go do that. There's things over here I'd rather do than be involved with this drama. You got more than enough to do. Not for nothing. You have more than enough to do is what I'm feeling. And you're like, you know what, if they just want to keep their drama to themselves, cool with me. I have other things I'd rather do anyway. There's other things I can get done. Cool. Other things I'd like to do or need to do, whatever it is. It doesn't seem to bother you, is what I'm getting. That's why the Harvest is there. I don't think it's bothering you. I think you're okay. I think you're like, yeah, okay, cool. All right. As it keeps going forward, you're getting used to this. I feel like you're getting used to it. People seem to be leaving you alone more than usual. You seem to be getting used to it. You're like, you know what? Life is seeming a lot better for some reason. Like, without all this other drama around you, you're enjoying life. You're doing things that you like, and you're noticing, like, when I'm not a part of those other things, that's really cool. Like, you're liking life a lot better. Life has more joy. Life seems more happy. You're starting to think, you know what, spilling those beans might have been the best thing I ever did. It's one of those moments, like, you know, I was just doing that because it was toxic and I couldn't let it be there anymore. And now that I'm realizing people don't want to trust me with their secrets, but you're, at the same time, yeah, they don't want to trust me with their negative secrets. And I think I'm okay with that because life feels a lot better being away from that energy. I think you're liking it. You have more than enough to do. Like, if you need, you don't need that. You don't need that. I don't know. You don't need that drama. What's coming forth next? Okay. So, somebody who would usually confide in you that's probably been dormant for a little while is starting to come back towards you. It seems like when I'm seeing the Five of Swords with the King of Pentacles and it's coming in, it's heading towards this Tower card. They're feeling like they're getting stuck and they need your help. And they're not really sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but they're afraid of what's going to happen if they start telling you what's going on. I don't feel like this is fair that people are looking at you this way. I think it's a little bit ridiculous. But it's almost like, oh, if I tell the Leo the wrong thing, they're going to tell the world. I don't think that's right. I really don't think that's right. But they're kind of a little offbeat with the whole situation. They're not really sure if they want to tell you or not. They're kind of ambivalent about it. But when the Tower card comes up, it's like all of a sudden they tell you everything. Boom. And it's not like you can't handle it, but it's just like everything comes at you all at once. All at once. All this has been happening, this has been happening, that's happening, and this is happening, and that other thing happening, and while that was going on, this other thing was happening. When I feel the Tower coming in, and then the card that's matching it is the Devil card on your side, it's like, there's a lot, and you don't like what you're hearing. You don't like what you're hearing, all this stuff has been going on outside of you, all of these negative things have been happening. You don't like this, it's ticking you right off the bat. It's shocking you. It's definitely shocking you. It's weird because it's kind of like the contrast. You were very happy, like people leaving you alone. It was nice. I feel like you were doing really well. I feel like this is all about secrets. I really, really do. Things change quickly. I feel like you're trying to help you. I feel like this is your natural thing to get involved. It just seems to happen. You get involved in a couple things. I feel like you actively you take on whatever it is, you take it right on. You're like, all right, wait a minute, that's happening? Well, we're going to stop that right now. Nope, that's not going to happen either. And you just go right over there and you handle it because you're like, that's bull. Nope, not doing that. You literally get involved and you have a healing energy with this. When I'm saying healing energy, for example, if somebody's hurting someone else, you're going to stop that from happening. And if you have to smack them to get them off that person, then you'll do that. That could be a healing energy in the sense of like, I'm going to heal you from hurting that person by smacking you off them. Like, bam, it could be brutal is my point. The outcome is it's healing. In the sense of like, instead of more damage continually happening, you might come in a brutal fashion that allows things to heal afterwards. If you didn't do that, they would just continually get worse instead of having the opportunity to heal. Because there's some energy coming in with this. This Ace of Wands with the healing is like, it's not like, it's pretty much like, if you have a bad burn, for example, it hurts a lot, but it has to be cleaned out. It's very aggressive, it's very painful, but that once it's cleaned out, it's very painful. I've had it, just saying. But then you get to heal afterwards, and you can heal correctly, and things will work the way they're supposed to work. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like spoonful of sugar. It's it's the steel wool to the burn scar, so that things will heal out correctly. It's a lot. You could handle it. I don't see you having any problem with it. I'm just like, for me, that's some energy. That's some energy. Eight of Wands with the health, literally the health. You got the healing on your side, you got the health on the other side. The things are turning around quickly. Eight of Wands is quick turnaround. Things are like shaping up fast. You're having a very strong effect here. You're like, you know what? If I have to be involved in this junk, fine. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna start doing it right now. I'm not pussyfooting around anything. Let's deal with it. You get in there, you clean house. Once everything is taken care of, I feel like you're about, like, let's talk it out. And then you're trying to get along with people afterwards, which it's not funny, but it makes me laugh. It's almost like, people are like, almost like a little bar fight. You're the person that goes, you're the bouncer to the bar fight. You smack everybody around, get off that, get over there. And then once it's all said and done, you're just kind of like, all right, well, now that we're all calmed down, let's talk about what the problem was here. It's interesting because you can play both sides if you want. But you're just kind of like, all right, now that it's all said and done, let's talk about what was going on. And let's talk about why that's not going to happen again. Let's talk about that. I think it just makes me laugh because it's kind of like, afterwards you're like, all right, Aphrodite's love spell is like getting along with people, getting people on your side. And the Ace of Swords is like, all right, let's talk about it. How did it get here? And how are we going to make sure that doesn't happen again? Like it can be very serious, but it's kind of like, let's talk about why, then let's talk about why it's not going to happen again. Like, it can be very serious at the same time, and I feel like that's what you're doing with this. I almost feel like for a lot of you, you're worried about this whole secret thing and how people are looking at you, kind of like you're the whistleblower. It's gonna pass. I think that's the whole thing. It's gonna pass. You'll be fine. I'm also getting that you have a very positive effect on these situations. A lot of people might not like how you handle things, but you know what? It has a good result. I guess we're not all diplomats. I don't know. You have to do what you have to do and you get it done. Alright, I'm going to shut that down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.